The veteran kicker, Robbie Gould, set to get us started. And we are underway in Southern California. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Play clock down to 5, and they're going to burn a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. With a handoff to Coleman. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. And they give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
And his throw is incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. From the gun, it's Ryan. He's got Sanu. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down. Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. And he will find Ridley on the left side. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. Dancing to his left. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. On 3rd down, Ryan. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a 1st down.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? And he will find Ridley. That's complete. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far in the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
20.
Ryan will throw again. Connects with Sanu right side. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Again, Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. From the shotgun, Ryan. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida across the 30 to the 31-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here we go.
On 2nd down, here's Garoppolo. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, a 22. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Now it's Breida. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
This is Breida. Oh, he's got some breathing room. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, 49ers. A great effort there. 44 yards. And the Niners have taken the early lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Dances by him. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas.
Yeah, a little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield and giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Now a play fake here on first down. Steps away to it, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Cassius Marsh in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Here's Ryan. Getting it out left side to Sanu. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
The Falcons on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
39.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Caught by Sanu. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Right. 21. Hey, stop. 20. Hey, Riplance. Look go.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Being chased out left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time. Really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
From the red zone now, here's Ryan on first down. And this is caught at the 8. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out the back.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Tevin Coleman, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons are in for 6. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. Here's Bosher to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
21.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. Looking for Garcon, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
It's Coleman here. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He's trying to get a second touchdown.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Tevin Coleman with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Falcons will extend their lead. It's good to make it 17-7. Here's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out.
21.
And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
He takes us from the 30 to the 34.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
13. Hey, go. Well, fellas, here we go.
Now Garoppolo throwing on second. Deep ball for Goodwin. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now a toss play. It's Breida. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
21.
They do go for it. It's Garoppolo. And able to find Garcon. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Breida. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Like 80.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Southern California after this. They run with Breida. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. And the Falcons going to use another timeout as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. 13. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
All right, need you to check my eyes here. This entire unit defensively, I think, has looked really strong in the first half, especially in the secondary. They've been cohesive, fast to the football. We just saw another example arriving there to help knock that one away.
So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
On first down, Ryan. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
12. 39.
Now Ryan on 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. Sanu with a grab over the middle. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. They go play action here on first down. Looking deep for Julio. And incomplete on the deep ball. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 32 that time. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. And on the ground they go with the running back. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
6. Go ahead.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. If that didn't happen there, that play got swallowed up.
They'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. On play action. Now Garoppolo. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by DeMonte Casey. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now they'll run it on the toss. He's to the 10. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected.
And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Tevin Coleman, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Here's Bosher to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the inning, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain of 39 that time. There's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And this is incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Now Garoppolo. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
I don't know whether I want to be a fly on the wall or not when they hear the explanation of how one of the bigger targets on the field, the tight end, can be that wide open and uncovered downfield. Who blew that assignment?
Somebody did.
No doubt about it. There's no way you're not going to account for him.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Garoppolo now on 3rd and goal. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The tackle by Eric Armstead.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. So I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Ryan. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Here's Matt Bosher now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. And the 49ers getting set to trot out there. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence?
And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Marquise Goodwin, 59 yards. And the 49ers are back within a score. Gold now out to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Here's Ryan, buying time to his left. Incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it.
21.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Fifth catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
Hey, got it. 21.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Back now at the StubHub Center in Carson. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the fourth. A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10.
39. There we go.
Freeman again, a first down carry. And he stopped immediately there. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
On 2nd down, Ryan. And this one brought in by Sanu. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Hey, let's go. Gun. Let's go.
On 3rd down, Ryan. He sets to fire deep. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Falcons. Tevin Coleman, 56 yards. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Bryant's extra point up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Here's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Give him 30 yards there. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. And this one is incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
11. Go ahead. 12.
Garoppolo to try again on second down. And it's knocked away and incomplete. It was Ricardo Allen there on the coverage.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. Forced out to his left. Caught left side, Garcon. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. That's good for a Niner first down. Garoppolo to Garcon. But correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make this a second down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
His throw caught right around the 6. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A good pick up there of 20 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense, they've met pretty much every challenge in front of them this afternoon.
They're still trying to run the ball, but they're not finding much space.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll toss it to Breida. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. They come out here in the I. They're going to run. It's McKinnon. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Jerick McKinnon punching it in from a yard away. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score. And it's up and good. Gold now out to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Atlanta now coming out on the field. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and then, by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
On second down, here's Ryan. And this will be incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And, yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made.
22!
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. Dancing to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Eric Armstead in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. In on the stop, DeMonte Casey.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
13. 21. Here we go.
Back to throw. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Garoppolo to Goodwin there for a 49er first. Obviously a big first down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They got to get up to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need to spike it. But they've got to continue to move quickly.
He's back to throw. Complete to the right. This is Garcon. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Now Garoppolo, got to have this one. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he's taken down inside the 30. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Wait, 80! Flag! 6, 13.
They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Back to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
Wait. 180! 180! 21. Here we go.
He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Falcons are close to finishing off this football game. The Falcons in victory formation as they take a knee. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. From Southern California, so long, everybody.